Hallo und willkommen, ich bin Meister Lehnt and you're watching Get Germanized Q&A number 10.
All on board, what should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
David Clyde Shetty says, I really enjoy watching your channel. It makes learning German fun and interesting. Oh, thank you very much. My question is, what German books would you suggest for reading? Preferably easy to read books or even books you read as a child or classic German children's books. Well, if I remember correctly, I always suggested Der kleine Wassermann or Die kleine Meerjungfrau, like the little merman or mermaid, a little ghost, Der kleine Geist, by Ottfried Preußler, I think it was. And apart from that, it's really difficult. I actually made a video about German children's books, so I will link that in the video description. So if you need help with that, check that video out. Maybe other people can help you in the comments and suggest some other books, because usually I do not read children's books anymore. Surprise, surprise. So I don't know what's out today. Back then I read the Infinite or the Never-Ending Story, Die Unendliche Geschichte by Michael Ende. It's a nice book, obviously, but I don't know if it's too difficult for you or not. Depends on your German learning status as well, on your skills. So maybe people in the comments can help you out. Idiot Bone says, are you going to get Fallout 4? I already have Fallout 4 now. It's amazing, isn't it? And I already tried to record something with Dave and Crystal, but it didn't work. The in-game sound wasn't recorded, so I will have to either start over again and let's play that only by myself on my gaming channel, Get Germanized Gaming. Check that out if you haven't yet. Or I will not do a let's play, which would be sad, but I mean that game is hundreds of hours long, so probably it will only be a let's try or whatever anyway. Jess Sal says, hello, buen video, thank you very much. I asked before and a video you made, but I hope you can answer my question. Maybe you didn't see it. I have heard Germans are interested in learning Spanish. Why is that? Why you like to learn Spanish? Tell me a thought you have about Colombian. Well, I don't know much about Colombia, sadly. Colombian in German. Obviously the stereotype with the drugs and stuff sadly still exists. That's what comes to mind if I'm quite honest. Which is sad. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's not for other people. Like, people, what do you have to think first of when you think about Colombian? And the reason why people like to learn Spanish here in Germany is probably because it's a big business language all around the world. So you get taught Spanish in school rather than, for example, I don't know, Japanese or something like that, because not many people speak it. I like Japanese as well, by the way, if you haven't noticed yet. I like Spanish just because it sounds cool as well, and I would like to be able to speak it fluently. I'm not, no, not at all, actually. But yeah, Lawrence Smallwood says, do you have a difficult time finding vegetarian options at most German restaurants? The first time I visited Berlin, I wasn't vegetarian, but now I am, and I'm nervous about my options when I visit again next year. I think Germany, and especially Berlin, is the vegan and vegetarian capital of Europe, so I wouldn't worry too much at all. Like, when I go out, there's at least always one vegetarian option. If you're vegan, it's gonna be a bit more difficult, but you'll survive. And especially when you buy stuff at the supermarket, obviously you can just cook for yourself. That makes it so much easier as well. We have many vegetarian products made from soy and other things like corn. For example, vegan schnitzels even, or vegan burger patties. Vegetarian schnitzels and vegetarian burger patties and vegetarian meatballs, all different kinds of things. And people ask me all the time, why do you have to eat that if you're a vegan or vegetarian? Why can't you just stop eating meat-like products? I'm like, why? You're not harming any animal if you do that at all. Isn't that better than eating meat? Yes, it is. So stop complaining. And also, people don't understand why they have to make these kind of products. I think they do because it's easier to transition into a non-meat diet if you are able to eat similar things to what you are used to, because otherwise if you have to completely change your diet and maybe you don't like it that much, then you go back to eating meat, and that is not good. We wouldn't want that, right? So why complain about meat-like products if they don't hurt any animals. I mean, some people say, oh, soy hurts animals as well, or hurts the rainforest, hurts this and that, hurts everything. But still, at least no animals are being killed for that. So I think it's pretty good like that we have meat-like products for people who struggle with being vegetarian. Me personally, it was never really that difficult. I just stopped from one day to the next. Never ate it again for over 2 years now. But I still enjoy vegan schnitzels. I do. Borat Bruno okay, says, quick question. Why don't most Germans like movies like Borat or Bruno? Is it because they're afraid that people will call them Nazis when they find the race-related jokes funny? Well, it's pretty clear that the joke is not on the Jews, but on the ignorance of the Americans. Well, personally, I enjoy the Borat and Bruno movies. Sacha Baron Cohen is a funny actor. He obviously likes to shock people. He likes to do extreme stuff. But I personally don't mind. I laugh at the jokes in the movies. I won't lie. Elifa says, genauso habe ich auch Interesse an Englisch gefunden. English, ja, Englisch. Was für Anime schaust du denn? He learned English the same way, with anime and stuff like that. And he wants to know what, well, or she wants to know, I don't know, wants to know what anime I like. I like a lot of anime. I don't have too much time to watch them anymore these days, sadly, but I watch One Piece every week. There's a new episode coming out every week, and I definitely will watch One Piece when it comes out because I'm a big fan of that show. I like Naruto, I like Bleach, I like Death Note, I like Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online, all the Studio Ghibli movies, or Ghibli? I say Ghibli. I love anime. Grave of the Fireflies makes me cry every single time. If you want to see an anime that is definitely not childish, that is serious, that is emotional, that makes you cry, that is sad, then go watch Grave of the Fireflies. I don't like watching it, but it's such a great movie, and because whenever I watch it, I cry. Like, it's really sad. It's really sad. Swapnio Sonawane, if I pronounced that wrong, apologies, says, you look quite healthy. Oh, thank you very much. I gained actually quite a few pounds over the last few months because I was sick. Question, do you go to the gym? If yes, please make a video on it. Health conscious. I don't go to the gym. I have this home workout program called P90, and I will start on that again, I promise. In the winter months, I always gain a few pounds, or kilograms, wherever you come from. And then in the spring and summertime, I get more toned again and stuff like that, lose a bit of weight. Don't know why that is. I guess I get lazy towards the end of the year because I don't feel like I need a beach body or anything like that anymore. So yeah. Daisy Haynes says, my question is, do you think there are many spiders in Germany? It's a strange question, I know, but I have a fear of them and I would like to know in advance. Hahaha. Well, yes, we do have many spiders. None are poisonous, or none can harm you at least. No, none of them. We do have like daddy long legs. I think they are really poisonous actually, but the amount of poison they carry is so little that it doesn't matter. And I don't even think they can pierce your skin even if they wanted to. And I've also heard that whenever you have daddy long legs in your house, there won't be any other kind of spider in there because they kill them. And for example, I can deal with daddy long legs with Weberknechten in Germany much better than I can with these big black house spiders that run really fast. Like, we gladly do not have huntsman spiders here in Germany. I hate those bitches. Like in Australia and in England they have these massive spiders, and in America obviously as well. Ugh. They are not poisonous, I think, but still disgusting, and so we don't have those, so feel lucky. Not that, Sam. YouTube has become so weird of late. I see channels with over 100,000 subs getting only a few K views on their vids. That mustn't really be generating much revenue. How do you manage to keep it as your only full-time job? I expected that question to come at some point, because I see myself obviously that I don't get 100,000 views on every video of mine. On very little videos of mine I would get that amount actually, but yeah, it is difficult in a sense, but it's possible for sure. Like, I love doing this, so I will do anything in my power to keep doing this. You don't earn too much with the AdSense, in the videos, obviously, if you don't get that many views on each video you make, but I have Patreon. It's a support system just like Kickstarter, where people can tip you for every video you make, or like every month, and that I use. I still don't earn as much as, well, other people maybe, I don't know, depends on what job you have. Enough to get by though. Nothing fancy, and well, it could definitely be better, but it's possible to keep your full-time job as a YouTuber for sure. And also, it's not only about the new videos that you produce, but also other videos that you already have made. I have made almost, I think, almost over even 500 videos already, and many of them have over 100,000 views and keep getting more views and views and views, and so that helps every month. So for example, I think Get Germanized has about 500,000 views every month, and that is definitely more than other channels. You just don't see that because it's not the new videos that get the views, it's the older ones. Sometimes the newer video obviously goes viral or does really well and gets some revenue in as well, but mostly it's the older videos. Mew19 Forever says, I love this series of videos. Doesn't our community have some really good, interesting videos? I was wondering, what was your favorite subject in school and why? Well, I think I answered that question in another video before. It was English for sure. At some point it was Sachkunde, like a common knowledge kind of subject where they taught you about all different kinds of things going on in the world, but it quickly became English because English is just necessary to learn about all different kinds of things, about to watch shows, movies, read books in other languages, in English, obviously, duh. And so it really helped a lot to like that subject at school as well, to improve in the language in general. Obviously, again, duh. That was it for the Q&A number 10. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like, it really does help the channel. And subscribe to the channel for more videos about the German language and culture in the future. And as I mentioned before, I do have a Patreon page where you can support Get Germanized, where you can help me out if you enjoy the videos, if you want me to be able to do them or keep doing them. It is Get Germanized on Patreon, so patreon.com/getgermanized. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen. Love the video? Make Get Germanized videos possible through your support on patreon.com/getgermanized and gain access to exclusive rewards and other cool things.